thank you for watching our videos. Please add in our WhatsApp group by sending request to WhatsApp number or by clicking on WhatsApp group invitation link provided in description. This will help to share information on new ideas, research topics, vacancies, PhD or research positions, events and guest lecture opportunities including keynotes. And also please support us by subscribing our channel, like our videos and by sharing these videos to your friends. We can make videos on your required topic or research paper. Please comment your requirement in comment section.
Welcome to our electrical research channel. In this video, we'll explain about closed loop control of single phase inverters. For many applications, we are using the single phase inverters like single phase speed control of induction motors or voltage regulators are in our home applications. Voltage stabilizers are there. These inverters or these converters we are using for many applications where exactly we require constant voltage. See, this is the simple inverter with only four switches. I mean full bridge inverter. In our previous classes, I explained you about single phase inverters with I mean half bridge and full bridge and three phase inverters also I explained. But in this video, we'll go for closed loop voltage controller. See, here I am taking the voltage, phase voltage, and then RMS voltage. Actually, RMS voltage I am comparing with my target RMS voltage. Then this PI controller will generate the modulation index. Based on this modulation index, I can generate the pulses by using unit sine wave. So these two pulses, I mean these two switches are switching on at the same time, and these two are switching on at the same time. These two are switching from 0 to 180 degrees. These two are from 180 to 360 degrees. So whenever these two switches are switched on, current will flow in this direction through this switch and through this load. Whenever these two switches are switched on, my current will be go to in reverse direction. I mean negative side. So I can get alternating current. So this is calling as a DC to AC converter, and because of this is closure loop, I can maintain my output voltage as a constant value with my target value. This target value may be sometime maximum or maybe sometime minimum or at exactly what value I require. See, these applications we can use in like in speed control of single phase induction motor. If you want to control the speed of the induction motor, then you have to control V by F controller. So frequency also we can control, but that frequency control I will explain in some other class. So only voltage controller I am explaining in this class. Based on this modulation index is generating from target voltage. In case of speed control of induction motor, this is my target speed, and in place of RR load I will connect as a single phase induction motors or single phase AC motors simply. Because synchronous motors also I can control through this inverter. So the speed and actual speed of the motor is comparing, and the error is given to the PI controller. The PI controller will give the respective modulation index corresponding to my target speed, and based on that modulation index, the pulse generator will generate the pulses. In this MATLAB, I will explain how we can take unit sine wave, how we can take pulse generator for these two switches, and with R load or RL load. Most probably I will explain with only RL load, because R load is very simple and it is not much more effect in closed loop. Now we will go for Simulink model. See, this is a simple inverter which we are discussing in this video. These two switches are switching on at the same time, so same pulse I am giving for these two switches, and after 180 degrees the other pulse I am giving for these two switches, and this is my input voltage. See, this is the 320 volts. 320 volts is my peak, not RMS, it is my peak of my output voltage. See, this is RL load. I taken resistance as a 10 ohm and inductance as a 1 millihenry. We can take 2 millihenry or 3 millihenry, doesn't matter, but the thing is only the current shape will be changed. Not exactly voltage, the current. See the voltage I am measuring across the RL load, and this is my voltage, and I am taking the RMS voltage of this. My frequency is 50 and initial voltage is 120. We can make it 0 also, it's not a problem. And this is my sample time. And this RMS voltage I am comparing with my step voltage. See, up to 5 seconds I require 200 volts. After 5 seconds I require 230 volts. So my output should be 200 till 5 seconds. After that 230. So before giving PI, I converted this error to nominal value. So I divided by 1 by 200, like, or 1 by 230 also you can divide it. It is not a big problem. Based on this gain factor, the gains of PI will be changed. Like, see, instead of putting 1 by 200 here, I can put 1 by 200 here itself and 30 by 200. So it doesn't matter. So these gains will be directly affected because it is connected in cascade. The gain and PI gains. So this is my modulation index VM. So generally I required VM sin omega t. So this is VM sin omega t. This VM is my modulation index, the magnitude of voltage. This is generating by this PI controller, and sine omega t. This is the unit sine wave. Unit sine wave I considered. This amplitude is 1 and frequency is 50 Hz. So it is asking radians per second. So 2 pi f, and this is my sample time. So once multiplying this VM or modulation index with sine wave, I can get it the VM sin omega t. So this is VM sin omega t corresponding to my modulation index, and this sine wave I am comparing with triangular. So for positive sine wave I am comparing with the triangular, and the negative sine wave, by taking -1 I can get the negative sine wave. So negative sine wave I am comparing with the same triangular. So for positive sine wave 0 to 180 degrees, because this is only 0 to 1, so only positive values are there for this triangular. Only positive values are there. So see, simple only positive triangular is there, like this positive triangular, and only positive sine wave. So by comparing positive triangular and positive sine wave, I can get the pulses from 0 to 180 degrees only. So whenever I am multiplying with -1 of sine wave, I can get this sine wave, negative of sine wave. So I can get the pulses from 180 degrees to 360 degrees by comparing with negative sine wave with same triangular, because the pulse will generate when sine wave is more than the triangular. So up to 0 to 180 degrees positive sine wave will be more than the triangular, then only I can get the pulses. So based on this technique I can generate the two different pulses. One pulses from 0 to 180 degrees, another from 180 to 360. So 0 to 180 degrees pulses I am giving to these two switches, and from 180 to 360 degrees I am giving to these two switches. And this frequency, the frequency I taken, the switching frequency is 5000 Hz I taken. So generally we can consider like this is complete repeating sequence. So 0 to 2 by 5000, I mean 2500 also. 2500 is my switching frequency, because I taken 0, 1 and 0. So if you can consider only 0, 1, and this is from 0 to 2, it will convert it to statute, not triangular. So in this case frequency is 5000. So now it is triangular and my frequency is 2500. So now we will run the program. See, this is the PWM I am getting. This is the pulse width. Pulse width is the more in the 90 degrees. At the 90 degrees my pulse width are more compared to other things. So this is called SPWM. Because of SPWM only we can get the unequal pulse width. These are all are unequal pulse width, and the width is more at the 90 degrees. So the average is my sine wave. The average is my sine wave, and this is my RMS. See, this is RMS. I am getting 200 here, and here 230. Here 230. It is 230. But the thing is, whenever switches are switched on, directly 320 volts will coming to the my output. So my peak is always 320. See, this is the peak. This is the peak is always 220. But my RMS is reducing because increasing, because I am increasing my reference value. So at 5 seconds it is increasing from 200 to 230. Then see how it is possible, because of my peak is always 320. So I will explain why it is coming like this. See, at 5 second it is changing. See, see the this is the 5 second. The only the thing is width is changing. See, this width is less compared to this width. This width is more compared to this width, because before the 5 second the RMS is 200, and after that it is 230. So only the width of these pulses are changing. This we can clearly observe if I will make my reference as 100. Instead of 230, now I am decreasing from 200 to, it is coming 100. From 200 to 100 it will reduce. So in that case we can clearly observe the pulse width, because the pulse width now will reduce. At 200 my pulse width is more compared to the pulse width at 100 volts. Uh, uh, in this case we can clearly observe about the pulse width. Uh, See, initially it is 200, after that it is coming to 100 volts. So at 5 second, at 50 second, my voltage is reducing from 200 to 100. So see now this pulse width is more compared to this pulse width. This is the 90 degrees and this is the 90 degrees. See, this pulse width is very less. This on time, this is the on time and this is the off time. Here off time is more compared to on time. Here on time is more compared to off time. See, for every pulse the width is more, uh, from here to here. Here it is the width is more, because here I require the 200 volts and here I require only 100 volts. So whenever my PI is reducing my V reference, I mean uh, magnitude of reference voltage, by for generating the pulses, or like modulation index is reducing, so my pulse width also reducing. In negative wave also, see, the pulse width is very less compared to here. Here it is more and here it is very less, because of I am reducing my RMS voltage, but still my peak is the same. Whatever may be my RMS or whatever may be my modulation index, my peak is always 320, because my input is 320. So it is converting from 320 to AC, but AC RMS can be reduced by changing the pulse width. So in case of induction motor, instead of this VRMS, you can generate the pulses from speed. Or directly we can use this RMS controller in DStatCom or DVR or whatever maybe, where you require exactly the VRMS control or stabilizer. But another DQ based controllers are required to compensate the reactor power also, that is different thing. But for simple understanding purpose, wherever you require the RMS voltage controller, at that place you can easily apply. In your home inverter also, in your home inverter we are converting AC to DC and DC charging by the battery, and when power is not there the battery is starting to discharge, but the battery voltage is constant, nearly it is constant, also depends on the load current, but generally we are taking as a constant for the battery voltage, and it is converting to AC, and your AC voltage, AC RMS voltage will also depends on your load. If more load, then voltage will reduce. In that case, it will increase some modulation index if it is closed loop. So this is my modulation index. See, for 200 voltage, I require modulation index as a 0.6. At 100 voltage, my modulation index is very less. The simple thing is 320 volt is my peak. So 320 into 0.6. So nearly 200. So 200, my reference is 200. So I am getting nearly 0.606 as my modulation index. So this is the modulation index, and modulation index we are converting to the AC by using unit sine wave. So see here, sine wave magnitude is reducing. So this is my reference signal to generate the pulses, and these are my pulses. These are the pulses for the inverter. So this is a small experiment about the single phase inverter, and my further class I will explain the closed loop of three phase inverter. So for the three phase motor controller, three phase distribution system, we can easily apply this inverter with closed loop controller. We can regulate the frequency also by taking the frequency as one of the input here for the generating the pulses. If I will consider the frequency as one of the input of the sine wave, I can easily control the frequency also. So another PI controller I will take, and I will take the frequency here, and reference frequency I will take, and I will apply to this sine wave in case of closed loop of frequency controller. In case of open loop frequency controller, directly I can take my frequency reference, and from frequency reference I can generate the unit sine wave, and from unit sine wave I can generate the pulses for the two switches.